Okay, today I want to talk to you about warm-up and practice habits. Got my Josiah back here. We're gonna use him as an example of what I want to see. So the first thing I want to talk about is set up a station. You know, I have my practice station here, my setup station. I got a shaft going at the target, one coming off it for ball position, a ball there. And I'm really going to use this in the morning to get some spatial awareness of the handle, my body in relation to the handle, the setup, my eye line, really squaring everything up, the club, my body, where I feel like I can see down that line. I'm trying to launch the golf ball. And I'm going to take my time to stay in that space for a while to really get a feel for the handle, my body motion, my setup, before I start to even execute shots. And so I'm always going to work on this flow. I'm going to set up here first, kind of square everything off, calibrate everything. Then I'm going to take that calibrated feel and start to strike the ground that way. I'm always going to use a golf ball as kind of a reference point. The club behind the ball is at an equal distance point just behind it. And again, nice smooth swings, get a feel for it. I'll start trail arm only a lot of times. Again, just striking the ground the way I want, feel the handle, move my body the way I want. But I'm going to take my time to find this. And the first shots I'm going to hit are always going to be between that 50 and 150 yard range. So I really don't want any aggressive swings to start with. I want everything to be pretty passive and to be progressive all the way up the lines. I like you to start lob wedge, sand wedge, gap wedge, pitching 9, 8, 7 iron, and have 2 trajectories for all those clubs to start your warm-up session. That might take you 30, 45 minutes, but it shouldn't be a lot of effort. You know, this is not like these are really aggressive swings. So even though I'm hitting shots, I'm not hitting that many shots with all those clubs. There's multiple trajectories because I'm getting behind it every time. I'm reestablishing my eye line with the target, just like we're doing on the golf course. We're on the golf course, we're gonna find a center line, we're gonna hit it at that shot. We're gonna find a flag stick, we're gonna hit that shot. We're gonna try to peel off that tree, that bunker. We're always gonna have a target in mind and try to hit a shot and execute a shot in relation to that. We need to start that process early on. So when I'm here, find a target. I have this set up at that you can see that green checkered flag right there, the white pole. So I have it set up there. So for all these shots, we're gonna do everything in relation to that target, and we're gonna start to build that process of seeing that target and moving the handle in relation to it. So go ahead and kind of set up, do some rehearsal swings first, and then from there, we'll hit some little shots, one hand only. Yeah, perfect. Now strike the ground that way. One hand only first. Get a feeling how the club's moving, how your body moves in relation to the club. Good. Hit a couple shots that way. Just one arm. Nice, easy pace. Shot. Now attach 2 hands back on. And now when you attach 2 hands, cool thing to do is try to match that feel with one. You have that feel with one. You might even go back and forth, one hand, 2 hand, one hand, 2 hand. Tiger talks about that. He does that with his putting, trying to get the feel with one hand first, his trail hand, and then he puts the lead hand back on and try to match that feel that he had with the trail. I'm basically trying to get you to do the same thing with your wedges, your irons in the morning, kind of build a feel with the trail hand first and then reattach the lead. Go ahead and do that, strike the ground a couple times, and then hit the shot. But again, we're gonna take our time, really set our motor pattern, build our feel early before we start to work up the line with more aggressive swings. Good. Going to hit this with 2 hands? Yeah, same feel, same kind of shot. Nice. And again, take your time with that. Let me go grab your driver. So we're gonna take that same warm up, we're just gonna work up the line. 8 iron, grab that, now you're a mid iron. Again, you'd warm up your setup station first, then you go to hitting the grass, and you go to hitting some shots. Again, you have multiple trajectories, but again, take your time, work up the line. We're not doing the whole warm up today. You know, we're not gonna spend 45 minutes. People like to watch you for 45 minutes, maybe. It's a good practice session. But that being said, if you can start to just get this process where you take your time, start with the wedges, work up the mid irons, work up the long irons, but every single time reestablish your target line, your spatial awareness, kind of your feel, your setup changes, your release changes based on the club you're hitting, based on the shot you're hitting. And again, once you kind of have everything dialed in, calibrated, then from there we start to work to the course, using the same feel, finding your center line and executing the shot. Let's really take our time here to begin.